boxer. I've been boxing for 4 years now, so I'm 17 at the moment, and I've been boxing since I was 13. My main goal of boxing is to reach the Olympics, and that's just the first goal. So when I first started boxing, it was just at a little gym called PCYC, which is one of the little gyms here in Geraldton. I met a coach there, his name is Denver, and I trained with him for about 6 months, and he really opened my eyes to the world of boxing. You know, he pushed me really hard, pushed me beyond my limits, and really opened my eyes to that kind of part of boxing. Since then, I had a break because he left, so I didn't have a trainer for a while. I went to another gym, which I trained for about just a little over a year there. I had a fight with them, which didn't go so well, and I saw how well some other people were doing at another gym here in Geraldton. And I was like, you know what, I need that, I want that, I need that for myself. I want to be able to perform at that level. So I made the change, I made the shift into another boxing gym, and ever since then, you know, my passion for boxing has grew stronger. I've had 4 fights with them, and I've done really well with all those. So the gym that I went to after PCYC, so my second boxing gym, I've been training with them for over a year, and I decided that I wanted to fight. I wanted to have my first fight. I would have been 15. Actually, I lost that fight. I lost my first fight. It was against the Southpaw. He had 3 fights. It was a really good fight, and you know, you learn a lot from that. You don't see it as a bad thing. You know? So for my first fight, you know, a lot of people were saying, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" No, I'm not nervous. I was actually really relaxed about it. And even in the moments leading up to the fight, minutes before my fight, I was just chill as can be. I just remember thinking, you know, I really didn't know what to expect because it was my first fight. But I remember just being in there staring across at my opponent. We just kind of smiled at each other. So with this first fight that I had, as you know, I didn't win. I lost that fight, and you know, I didn't take that as a bad thing. I took it as a good thing actually. It was a good experience for me to have, and saying that, I used that to motivate me to make the change to a different gym because I had seen how well other people were performing. And that's what these guys gave me. The Skybox, the gym that I'm currently training at, they provide everything you need. You know, people that just want to get fit, people that just want to lose weight, they have that for you. And then they're also there for people that are very serious about fighting. So they're very serious about boxing. They have the whole range of the fight team. You know, they give you nutritional tips. They give you, you know, plans and goals that they get you set so you can work towards them. And with the training, you know, it's really hard, really good training, very hard training. So my next fight, my second fight, was the one I had with Skybox after making the change, and that was for a novice state title. To achieve the novice state title, I had to go through 2 opponents, which is over the period of 2 days, so a Saturday and a Sunday. This Saturday, I fought a guy and I won, I beat him. And the following day, I had to fight again for the novice state title, and I beat him, beat the guy. So my third fight now was for the bronze gloves, and I fought a guy. This was my 4th fight, and this was his first fight. So, you know, I went in there thinking, well, I went in there I knew I was going to win. Like I knew I was going to win, and that was the thing. I went in there and I wasn't happy once I'd won. I wasn't as satisfied as I was when I had won my second and third fights for the WA state title. And I was wondering, you know, why aren't I as happy as I was? Why don't I feel satisfied? And you know what? It's because I just went in there knowing, oh, this is going to be nothing. I'm not even going to try. It's not going to be a challenge. So the months leading up into my latest fight, which was for a regional state title, I learned from my previous fight not to go in there big-headed, you know. I hyped myself up, I thought about it a lot. I got nervous about it, which is, you know, a good thing. You know. I went into this fight having months and months of training, hard training, lots and lots of rounds of sparring, lots of pad work, lots of cardio work. We did a whole lot of running, lots and lots of running. The fight was, you know, a regional state title, and this was actually held in my hometown. And that was one of the big things that made me work even harder. You know, your hometown, you're gonna have people coming up from a big city wanting to just smack you around right in front of your hometown, you know. And I was like, I can't have that happen, which made me train even harder. So the moments leading up to my fight, we get to have a boxing name and a walk-in song, and I actually didn't know what walk-in song I wanted, so I got the guy that was organising it just to surprise me. I was like, yeah, just surprise me, bro. The only thing was, as I was walking, as you know, Craig-Fraser, as I walked out in front of everyone, I was just tunnel vision. I couldn't even hear the song, I couldn't hear anyone. I was so tunnel vision, and walked around the ring to my side, and we got in. I just remember you know, being in my head, just tunnel vision, just, you know, you gotta win, you got this. And the ref called us in the middle, touch gloves, and my opponent was just staring into my soul. He was trying to stare into my soul. And I was just like, yeah, whatever, mate, whatever. You know, you think you're intimidating, but you're not. And so we go back to our corners, and it was just tunnel vision the whole time. Like, I can't even remember what I was thinking. Well, all I knew that what I was thinking was that I'm going to win, and that's it. We start fighting, and you know, I'm scoring a lot of hits on him, scoring a lot of points on him, because I was very confident in myself, and I wasn't going to let him win no matter what. Like, I had already won. I'm thinking through the rounds, yeah, Jake, you're winning this. You're scoring so much. You're getting more hits on him than he is to you. And I just remember going back into my corner after every round. My coach was just saying, you're doing good, mate. Keep it up. You know, do this, do that. And I was like, yes, this is awesome. As the fight ends, you know, I knew deep down that I'd won, but I didn't want to overthink it in case I didn't win, you know. And you know, as the ref pulls out, as the judges say, you know, Craig-Fraser won by unanimous decision. It was just one of the greatest feelings in the world. Having my hometown there watching me and cheering for me, my whole family cheering for me, it was great. So boxing came to me because my father was actually a boxer, and so was his father. So I guess you could say it runs in the genetics, it runs in the blood. It's kind of, I was born to do it, you know. There's photos of me holding Dad's belt, and I've gone and won my own belt now. This is the one that I won for my most recent fight, the Winter Sun Wars, which they hadn't had a boxing match there in over 25 years, so it was pretty awesome to win. I get my name grabbed on that one. Yeah, so I guess you could say I wanted to start boxing because my dad was a very, very good boxer. Our first goal was, I want to do this for Dad. Not only for myself, but for Dad. I want to take it further than he ever could, than he ever did. I want to make him proud, I want to make my family proud. Not just myself, but my family, you know. And I'm doing that for them. I'm slowly making my way up there, you know, for them. I really started getting more serious. I started fighting more and more, and there's still more to come. And I guess you could say my first goal for boxing is, you know, one state titles and stuff, but that's not enough for me. You know, my first goal for boxing is to make it to the Olympics and represent Australia in the Olympics, and Olympic gold medalist in boxing. Keep fighting with that, because that's the highest level for amateur, you know. Keep fighting, winning more and more titles, represent Australia in other countries, and be all and end all as a world champion, boxing world champion. That's just boxing, you know. I have so much more goals out there, I have so much more dreams that I want to achieve. Boxing is just a way to make it. So I want to be an actor, an actor is one of my dreams. A movie actor, TV series actor, a model, and boxer, model, actor, and then a social media influencer, which will come along with all these goals and dreams that I will achieve. I'm slowly getting there. I'm slowly making my way up. I have over 3,000 followers on Instagram. I have nearly 60,000 followers on TikTok, and I have had an interview with WAPA, which is Western Australian Acting Performing Arts University. So my next fight is coming up in a few weeks, and that's for another state title, which is being looked at for there's going to be, I guess you could say, scouts. They're looking for fighters to be on the Western Australian fight team to represent Western Australia in other states. And from there, I guess you could say they'll then be looking for the Australian fight team, which is international level. And my name is Craig-Fraser, and I'll be world champion